much trouble are you in?
Enough.
Oh man. So what episode's this?
Yeah, season 2, episode 8. Sweet.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm thinking Silas. No, I was thinking season 3.
Solo's on season 2. It just finished.
This is season 2. Why am I thinking season 3? I'm thinking Star Trek. Never mind.
Star Trek.
That's what I'm thinking of. Season 3.
Well, I don't blame you thinking of another episode apart from this one. I get that.
Well, I was just watching Star Trek earlier. Anyways, what was it? Season 2, episode 8 of Severance. Filler episode. Mr. Bell. Filler episode.
It was the shortest episode, I think, so far.
It only felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yep, so definitely a short episode. And you called it, you said last week that there was going to be an episode with Miss Cabell.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like she rocks up into the town. She sees old bud getting high. She goes, gets a coffee, doesn't pay for it, doesn't drink it, asks him to drive her to this woman's place. He does. She argues with the woman. She lies down, gets up, grabs something out of the shed, and that's the episode.
You're forgetting the most important part. She got high and then kissed this dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think probably the most important part of the episode, which is probably the whole reason why the episode is it was Harmony Cobell that invented Severance. She's the one that did everything. Yeah, so it's just like, okay, so we had a feeling that she was important somehow to it, but she's the one that did everything. And like, if she created everything, she has that technology. So the idea of a Severance technology being completely proprietary is null and void. They would never want to get rid of her. Like, it doesn't make any sense that she was the one that invented it. Because why would they have fired her in the first season then?
They want everyone to believe that Kia invented it.
Yeah, but
they're just trying to get rid of her.
But what I'm saying is she has the knowledge to create. They're the only company that's doing Severance, so she has the technology to do it. Why would they not want to keep her around or get rid of her? If she's the one that invented it?
I definitely think they want to get rid of her. That's for sure.
But that's what I don't get. Well, why was she fired in season 1? It didn't make any bloody sense.
Yeah, but their plans are that they're going to kill her. They're going to get rid of her.
Because now that we're aware that she knows all this stuff, but they already knew that she knew that back in season 1 when they just let her go, which to me doesn't make any sense. I don't know if they were thinking about the implications of this or not.
So you were saying you don't understand why they got rid of Cabell?
Yeah, seeing as though Cabell is the person that invented everything. She's the key to their company's entire success at the moment, like with Severance and all that sort of stuff. So if she was the one that did that, no way they would just fire her or treat her like she did that, like they did in season 1.
Well, if they've already got everything they need from her, why would they keep her around? They'd only just get rid of her.
I mean, that's true. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if that was the case, then she should have, gone on an extended cruise or whatever it was, an elongated cruise, as Milchek would say.
Yeah. So in other words, kill her.
Yeah.
All right. So in this part of the episode where she's brushing her teeth, I don't know if you heard it, but to me it sounded like the sound effects of her brushing her teeth did not match up to the actions, and it sounded just completely out of sync, very distracting. And who's that meant to be? I thought that was like a woman.
Is that the guy from the guy that she kissed? I can't.
See,
tell.
It doesn't look like. I don't think that it is.
Or maybe she did
But
make it. She did say something earlier about it's so bad or terrible of you that you're selling this stuff. So maybe that's just one of the guy's clients.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like how she lit it there either.
I know, right? And you got Devon calling her. I didn't honestly think that Devon would ring because Abby said not to. If you do it, she's going to tell them. I don't know. But given the ending of this episode, I wonder if maybe, I suppose, Harmony and Ragabi, maybe they worked on Glasgow, the thing together.
Yeah, it could have been.
Obviously, like, they'd have to have, one of them would have had to have told the other what to do. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a safe assumption, but yeah, like, I mean, the fact that Devon said call her because she's the only person that would know it, and it turns out that she's right. How the hell would Devon even know that?
I don't know. I'm sus of Devon.
Yeah, there's just something a bit odd about her.
Not gonna lie, I thought maybe this was her mum.
Yeah, I thought that, and then there was that other guy in there. I thought sure must have been her old man or something. The actor I recognised, but I couldn't think what he was from.
I also thought maybe this scene here, I thought they were probably the previous managers and stuff from Lumen, and this is a town where they all get sent to, kind of like their retirement home, retirement village.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
I
thought
could,
was happening.
I could see
here.
it.
And look at this old town, all run down and old and abandoned.
Yeah, well, that's what they said, that they set up the thing there. They had an ETH factory or whatever it was there, and the kids all did Child labour.
So did they do was the child labour? Oh, wait a minute. Is that the Lumen logo just there?
Yeah, most likely, because that's where I think that's where they met up.
I didn't even notice that before, to be honest.
Yeah, when he said in the factory, met up at the factory.
So that's it there then, probably. Wonder what they did there. Lumen Industries. I didn't even notice that before.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
pretty
pretty sure that
cool.
was the ether factory. I quite like this guy's performance in this one. I've seen him in a lot of stuff before. He's like one of those, oh, that guy. But yeah, I mean, he looks definitely a lot older than what I remember.
So, do you think it's safe to assume that his character and Harmony's character were friends? Like,
Yeah.
do you reckon they're the same age?
Yeah, well, that's what I think he said. They were colleagues, and he said, yeah, they both did the child labour together, and she got chosen, and he didn't.
I'm sure he hit this scene when Cobell was in the back of the ute, and when he hit that bump, I'm sure he loved it. Truly loved it.
Yeah, I was half expecting a smile to come across his face. So I'm just looking up on IMDb to see who that actor guy was. Apparently, it's not an actor. He's a writer. He's the guy that wrote Zoolander. Which, I mean, there's your Ben Stiller connection.
Oh my gosh.
But
Okay,
he's
he's a
got
Ben
no
Stiller.
acting credits whatsoever.
Now, for what reason could this old biddy not like that man being on her property?
Because he wasn't chosen by Keir. He turned his back on Lumen.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because she's definitely a true believer.
Oh yeah.
And also, they said that he's an ether sniffing. He's a sniffer or whatever it was. He sniffs the ether. And then Cavell's like, yeah, well, you're the one that got him into that. But obviously, she was involved with sending them all to the.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is this like the last thing that she believes is left of all her stuff? This toy, this weird looking,
I think so.
dirty, maybe faded, maybe dusty looking. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's probably something that a mother gave her or made. I'm
surprised this old lady didn't paint over that, to be honest. Why would... She seems like she's just... Oh, she just seems like she's so angry with Harmony. And maybe she's only just became angry with her since Drummond saw her. But if she... Like, why wouldn't she have already painted over this? I mean, I know they left it in there just to show that this was her childhood room, but still, it just... Yeah, and I wonder, it stops at age 12. Is that when she was chosen to go to Lumen?
I'm assuming if you look at Miss Juan, she's probably what, 14, 15?
Yeah,
maybe?
true. She's probably about 12, 13, 14. Yeah.
And they were talking about her graduating from the school or whatever it was called, the Snow something or other.
God, that's true. I forgot about that. That plaque, quarterly, fourth quarter year of vision, your apprentice matron. What's it say? What's that other word? Quarterly. Is it sin? I can't read it.
Okay.
Yeah, it says that. I was just wondering what this word said because I can't.
Yeah,
I can't hardly see it. Even my glasses on. Shaver? No, it wouldn't be shaver. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's because of the lenses and how they sort of soften the edges. It's soft here, but the writing is still easily read. It's just kind of looks fake.
Yeah, it's they're going for a more like old school cinema style look, where it's not as clear, but you can still read it because your eyes are used to. Your eyes aren't used to seeing sharp details.
Mr. Drummond, you fucking snitch.
Yeah, she plays a good old biddy, that's for sure. I still remember her from the one with Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep, Kramer versus Kramer.
There you go. What have you done, little mouse? I wonder if she's getting in trouble because of the pretending to be the midwife and getting close to Mark. I wonder if that's where they've said, no, this is too much. Because she wasn't there when was it the overtime contingency? Is that what it was?
Yeah, she was already gone by then. That was like her way back in.
Yeah, so who would get the blame for that then, technically? It couldn't have been Milkshake.
Well, it wasn't in Milkshake's thing because he technically wasn't in charge and he was just taking over.
So I'm wondering if she is getting in trouble because of the getting close to Mark's family and overstepping boundaries or something. Because she got close to a Lumen employee outside of work, and I suppose you're not really supposed to have communication with one another.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely played it. Like, here's the thing: like, they're saying that she needed to go and she can't do the seventh thing. Like, literally, if you look at all the things that they were able to do from the seventh floor when she was in charge, and now that Milkcheck's in charge, they haven't been able to complete a single thing yet. So
I so badly wanted Miss Cobell to just slap this old biddy, being nasty.
Yeah, so Cobell decides to take a nap. Cool shot of the transition on. So I said, like, what the hell was that other guy doing? He was just standing outside for hours. If it was me, I'd be getting pissed. It was so annoying.
Yeah, it's a wonder he didn't go up sooner and go get her. I thought this too was a bit weird. Like, and I can understand if she just wanted to lay in her mum's bed, but I don't understand why she would want to breathe on this old, dirty machinery, a medical machine. Yeah. I don't get the breathing this part, but I can understand if she wanted to lay in a bed. Cobell getting hard.
Since she was 8, yeah. Well, I don't necessarily mean that she meant that she was sniffing. Maybe she was getting high off the fumes when they were working in the ether factory. So yeah,
Maybe.
who knows? Yeah, you called her that she was gonna, as soon as you saw it, that she was gonna try and throw it in the fire.
Oh god, yeah, because they literally showed us she was stoking the heater. Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
I just, yeah, I don't know. This, I felt like it was so obvious that she should have known that she was going to do that. Or maybe she did. Maybe that's why she was able to stop her.
Maybe. I don't know. And I kind of feel like when she showed this lady, the old lady's like, "Oh yeah, I believe you, but you're stupid. Why would you show me?" Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just found it a bit, yeah, a bit weird. It's like she sees all this. She's like, "Why didn't you do anything?" And they're like, "Well, because they told me not to." And she went, "That's good enough for me. Let's burn it." I'm like, "Really?" Like, it just goes to show that she's that far indoctrinated to everything that you can't trust a single word that she says. And even when she says a thing about her mother pulling the plug, yeah, it might be true, but I wouldn't believe her.
No, I wouldn't believe her either. Kia's knowledge is for all. I wonder if it becomes if you design anything while working for Loom, it then it's not your design, it's Kia's design. Obviously, that's what it is. You don't have
Yeah,
because you're not an individual when you're in a
to
cult.
a point,
You
but
know.
they made a big point saying that it was Egan, that James Egan, that stole the design from her. So yeah, who knows?
I like what someone said on Twitter. Someone said, "Oh, what a surprise! A man taking the credit for a woman's invention."
Yeah, she could have easily thrown that in there.
And it goes, yeah, I wonder if she wanted to be stopped. Or she's just an old lady and I don't know.
Could be both.
No, I wouldn't put it past her just because she's old. Doesn't mean she's. But yeah. I'm surprised how many got it off her, to be honest. As painfully as she did. And then she says, well, this. And man, people from Lumen are just so cruel. She's only said this just to upset Cobell.
Yeah, it's
Obviously.
it's a mixture of religious zealotness and being I'm worthy, you're not, so therefore you're below me, and also extreme corporatism. Whatever the company says goes, blah blah, toe the line. It's just, yeah, like it's a beautiful mix between the two. And she's just like, well, I've got no power at the moment over you, so I'm just going to try and find something to hurt you.
Yeah,
It's not going to do
exactly.
anything to make any of the situations better or do anything. It's just designed purely simply to hurt you.
Yep, I agree. So Hampton's his name, and Harmony's hers. I'm just thinking this H's.
Oh yeah, true.
There wasn't one of those weird rooms that Gemma was taken to that started with H, other than I mean they got Cold Harbour, but
Possibly.
do you think it's Mr. Drummond?
Yeah, it makes sense as Mr. Drummond. Yeah, and he's just, yeah, in line, temper these are, was it tame these tempers assholes? I'm like, yeah, nice. Yeah, so she's obviously fully aware of deintegration, because as soon as I mentioned it, she mentioned Ragabi. So before in season 1, when she said that she was worried about reintegration, the board said that's not possible. She obviously already knew in advance who was doing it,
Good point. I didn't even think of that.
and I guess it's now to make Cobell on Mark's side.
Seems that way. Yeah, and she looks surprised too, or maybe she's not surprised.
This party where she said she hasn't killed him yet. Also, she must be aware of that's what killed Petey.
Yeah, I'm assuming so, and I'm wondering how many people have tried to be reintegrated and have actually died.
I think Petey was the first, from what she was saying.
Was he really the first? Where'd they say that? Was that back in season 1 somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere along there. It was just she's only ever done it to Petey.
Oh, okay. I mean, unless I've had test subjects before.
But, I mean, if anyone knows the technology, obviously it's her now. Like, that's the whole thing. I feel like this whole episode was built purely and simply around that reveal, which is like a 10-minute segment. We could have gotten away with without losing anything. I just figured that they spent all the money shooting up in Newfoundland, or I'm assuming it's Newfoundland. That's what it looked like, and they wanted to make the most out of it for an episode. So I mean, I get it. It looked good. I just felt like there was just a lot of, I'm going to stare at you for 10 seconds. You're going to stare at me. We're going to walk closer together. Here you go. That's 30 seconds. Now we're going to start the talk, when you could have just went straight to the conversation. It's a solid 10-minute story stretched out to 37 minutes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could have shortened it down a bit, added it somewhere else in a different episode. Maybe not last week's episode, but maybe the episode before. But I'm guessing they wanted Mark, main character, then you got to have Gemma's story. So, and then you got to have Cobell brief story. I suppose they want them to all sort of have their own little episode because it's important.
But it's just every time we have something that happens to Mark, the next episode is involving someone in the snowy area. Like we had at episode 3, he got the thing finally, and he woke. He had his first little flashback memory. Woke up in the office in his normal thing, and then we had the snow episode, the Ortvo. And then we have the thing last week where he goes on his big journey. He wakes up. All right, we're ready to see Mark's story now. No, we're gonna have to wait another week.
Well, look, to be honest, we're episode 8 out of 10, and this so far is probably the worst, or maybe just the weakest episode. So they're still doing pretty good in my opinion. Cool shot, just want to add.
Yeah, don't mind the shot. But then again, what shots look bad in this?
That's true. Now, do you reckon she's on her way now? She's gonna go head to Mark?
Yeah, I mean, if she's afraid to see what they're gonna do, why would she go straight to Mark? But then again, what other options has she got?
This is true.
So
And yeah, so that was it. I mean, look, you could honestly go through and break down each line, which is I'm sure Julie and Scarlett are going to do. So, I'll leave that to them. But overall, it wasn't much of an episode. It was, as I've said before, it was more of a filler episode, but I still think it was probably a necessary one to have because you still needed a little bit of a backstory behind it. And honestly, it literally felt like 5 minutes. It didn't even feel like, what was it, like half an hour?
yeah, it somehow felt really short and also extremely long at the same time.
And I felt like Gemma's episode last week was so drawn out, so long. Yeah, this one was just so short.
Yeah, I get that. That's beautiful episode. A little overbloated. Cobell's the key to everything. Not sure I like that, to be honest.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like it should have come up earlier. Something about it coming up now just feels like it's like it's forced in there.
I guess, like, if you're saying there should have been, like the glue or something that sticks them together. I get what you're saying.
Lumen should have been all over her, trying to appease her for stuff, just based purely and simply on the fact that she has that knowledge in her head.
But I think the reason they didn't was because they were going to kill her anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. They might have. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. But I can't wait to see what the next 2 episodes bring. It is 2, isn't it? Yeah, 10 episodes. I'm hoping at least the next one, next week, won't be an individuals episode. I'm hoping we're going to get Mark, Cobell, and I don't know who else. I'm hoping there's going to be more people and not going to be like, oh, hey, let's just randomly do a Bert episode or something,
who knows?
And then it'd have be episode 10 be all of them together. And you're like,
I just hope that it's not. I hope the final episode isn't like this, where it's just something like that, and then just, oh look, there's a twist ending or there's a big ending. I just don't want it to be something like that.
Yeah, me too. I just want good storytelling.
And we've gotten it so far. This one was just, I just think it was just a little too bloated. I'm not going to say it was bad. It was just, compared to all the other episodes, it's probably the weakest. I mean, that's just on first viewing. Who knows? We might watch it again and, go, oh my God, it's a gold mine of stuff. But
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep. All right. Yeah. So I give it a meh. Out of 10, I'd give it a meh. I have no idea.
Yeah,
out of 10,
I try and enjoy each episode equally.
Yep. Fair enough. All right.
Catch you later.
Thank you.
Contain these 10